Hey, how's it going everyone? My name's Mario and welcome back to a brand new Minecraft building tutorial. So today we're going to be taking a look at this survival friendly storage house that's perfect for your first few days of survival Minecraft. The main body of the build is mostly comprised of stone brick as well as oak logs and some spruce detailings, so that makes the material super easy to get just on your first few nights. The building also includes some brick highlights to give it that industrial factory-like look, with some flower beds along the sides to balance it out as well. As this building's mainly meant for storage, the interior is very important, so I decided to leave the layout up to your own interpretation, but I do have an interior design at the end of the video, so stay tuned if you're interested and want to get some ideas of your own. So guys, cracking right on with the tutorial here, these are the blocks you're going to be needing. And we actually have quite a few today because I did decide to incorporate bricks like I said. So we have stripped wood for a lot of the main walls, as well as other oak detail blocks and stone bricks for some of the foundations and trims. We also have spruce wood and all its detail pieces as well, such as trapdoors, stairs slabs, and regular doors here. And like I said, we have some bricks for just that little bit of accent and that industrial look. Of course, oak logs for the framework. I guess I usually start with this, but it doesn't really matter. And then we have a lot of other detail blocks here. I'm not going to go through every single one, but you can just take a look for yourself right now and just make sure to grab maybe a couple or a few of each of these blocks. And of course, some glass panes as well for windows. Alright guys, so continue along here. All we really need to do to start is lay out this sort of shape for our storage house, and it's very simple, so I'm not really going to have a screenshot or anything, but the idea is you have different posts here set up spaced 3 apart, and they're all actually 3 apart except for this longer one, which is going to be 7, pretty much just skipping this post in the middle there, and everything else is going to be a gap of 3. You have 3 of them on this side and then 4 of them on this side. Now for the framework, we're just going to bring each post up by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to connect them up on the 4th block. Pretty normal, pretty classic framework here for a rustic medieval style. And we're just going to be doing this for every single one, including that large gap as well. And I'm actually just going to flip this log facing outwards for a little bit extra detail you'll see later on. But once you're done with that, you should have something that looks like this. And now to finish off the framework, of course I wasn't just going to leave it as a plain old rectangle like this. Of course I want to add some extra depth, so go ahead and grab your spruce stairs here. On the 3rd block here in the front, we're going to be doing upside down spruce stairs. Have a oak log on either side facing out, and then connect it up like so you can really just break the logs inside there. Then go up an additional 1, 2, 3, and then in total you should have another 4 high pillar here. And then you're going to sort of mirror this upside down front facing log sort of look. So you want to have another log sticking out like that, and then spruce stairs there to add that bit of support. And now on the back of the building, you're going to be doing the exact same thing. So once again, 3rd block here, upside down spruce stair, front facing oak logs, connect this up, and then go up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, another front facing log, and upside down stairs. So in the end, you should have something like this, and I do think that adds a ton of depth and character. Now we're going to shift gears and work on the actual walls, which is actually pretty simple for this house because I decided to go with pretty uniform walls throughout the entire build with just a little bit of detail in the walls themselves. So for this front, we have some bricks for accents, as the main part of the building is just made out of stone. Get your door out early, I suppose. Get an upside down stair there and indent it 1 as always. And since there is a large gap, there's a large gap there, we will fill that in just a second. But likewise with all of these walls, you're going to be indenting 1 from the logs for the extra depth. And then these 2 front walls, we're going to be leaving a 1x2 gap for some windows there. So just like that, we're going to mirror it on this side. Leave a 1x2 gap like so, and then everything else you will be filling in with stone brick here. Of course, this side will have a brick chimney later on, but we'll fill it in with bricks or stone bricks for now, just as a placeholder. Now for this back wall, we're actually not going to indent one and just fill this in 3x3 with bricks, just to add a little bit of variation and not have everything indented. And then finish it up like so. Now we have most of the walls done, and it's actually taking some shape here. So you can go ahead and get your glass panes in. And these are going to be the only 2 windows here in the lower level of the building, just because it is a storage house, right? You're not actually going to be living here theoretically, so you really don't need too much natural lighting at all. And what I like to do just to get rid of that pesky little gap inside is just run through with some stone brick slabs to cover that up, and it just looks a lot better from the front as well. So we're going to start with the roof here. Got out all of your slabs pretty much, mainly your spruce and your oak. Just for this smaller portion of the roof, you're only going to be needing oak and spruce slabs, while for the bigger portion, it's going to be mostly stairs. So now to start with, you're going to go into the very corner here at this block, and then just gradually create a slope going up until you meet the main body of the house here. So it should look something like that, and you're going to repeat the same thing on the other side here. Like so. And now to finish up the trim of the roof, we're going to be doing sort of 2 miniature arches between the 2 slant sides. And now what helps with this is coming to the middle block here, placing another slab sort of in between these 2. And we're going to be joining the 2 in an arch similar style to what we have here. And now we're just going to be building it up like so, and make sure they meet in the middle at that block there. And you should get something that looks like this. We're going to repeat the exact same thing here on this side, and that gives us a pretty nice rounded looking roof. Now to wrap it up, we're going to just be filling it in with some oak slabs. Like so. And pretty much just line it up with the spruce trim. You don't have to indent or do anything funny with it. And once you kind of get some of these awkward intersections, so you just want to run this block all the way down here. And then run this block all the way down as well. And then you can fill it in going around. So you should have something like this. It's not completely intuitive, but you should be able to figure it out. If there's any weird gaps, like you don't want any empty air spaces, right? So if any of these do occur, you just want to fill it in with the appropriate level of slab there. Make sure you don't have any air gaps or like big jumps. You also don't want any like these full blocks sticking out. So as long as you have half slabs going all the way, it should look nice and uniform like that. Let's go ahead and fill in the other side as well. I guess I'll start with the highest point, since that is probably going to be a little bit easier. Fill in these 2 rows, and then we can go ahead with these. There we have the side parts of our storage house pretty much done. And at this point, I am actually going to lower this final elevation just down by a full block actually. So it's going to look like this, just because we plan on having some windows here on the main part of the house, and we don't want it obscuring the view whatsoever. It ends up looking a little bit not strange per se, but it looks like it dips down a little bit, but I found that's the best solution. So we just want to fill in these empty air spaces with some strip logs going sideways like that. You don't want to show any weird mismatching direction, so I find just going straight across is fine. Similar on this side, just break that slab there. Oops. And now you just have a strip log sticking out there, and you can kind of just cover it up. You can cover it up like that. Let's do the same here. Boom, boom. And boom, boom. So there we have it. Now for the main part of the roof here, the best part, the most fun freaking part of the roof. What you can do here is run some cross beams going across here. So yeah, have some beams running at this elevation here. So just have logs going like so. That ends up providing some structure for the interior later as well. So it's just a good thing to do. And then we're gonna have 2 logs like so on either side. And these should just run up 2 blocks, meeting the same elevation as the other 2 on the sides. Now for our windows, we're going to have oak stairs at the bottom of them. And then just have a 1x1 window there, and then have strip logs filling in the rest of the blocks. Have another window here on the very edge like so. You just want to repeat the same thing on the other side here. Very nice. So that is pretty much the walls for this part. I pretty much forgot to do the walls for here too. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Let's start with the front here. It's a little bit easier. The front and back are actually the same, so it's not, neither side is rather easier. So we're gonna have full blocks. I'm just using slabs for now, it doesn't really matter. But a full block on either side, stair in the middle, and a 1x2 window going up like that. And you can have some stripped logs running up the sides, so you have a nice sort of shading going on. And we'll repeat that on this side. Boom, boom, boom. Get some nice flavor in this house. And yeah, I really like how just all the colors of wood just blend together. We have the light, the dark, and the bark as well. Look at that. All right. And now we have pretty much all the walls done here, and we can get to the fun part, which is the roof. So we're gonna go for sort of a traditional A-frame here with a stone brick trim and a mix of spruce and oak stairs going in the main body. So with the stone brick trim, we're gonna be starting here at the 2 sticking out logs and just build it up like so. Once you get past this, have 2 upside downs going like so, and then have another upside down here, and then a final stair resting on top. So a nice noble little arch going like so. And we'll repeat the same on the other side. Whoops, we should not be going out that far. Sometimes I just get ahead of myself and add extra depth when I don't need to. Like if we stuck the roof out anymore, it'd be going out like 3 blocks. I think two is sort of the limit that we should be going out. So there we go. Next up, we want to do a trim on the sides of the houses, and it's actually going to be pretty straightforward here. So for all the 1x1 window blocks, we're just going to be making a teeny tiny little archway made out of stone bricks. Keep full visibility out of that window. Do the same over here, teeny tiny little arch. Yeah, the trickiest part here is the middle. So you want to place front facing stairs like here, side stairs here and here. So that creates this little corner piece, and then we're gonna be finishing it off with slabs. So you have kind of like a fake arch. It looks bigger than actually it is, but it's a nice little raise. It does add a lot of character to the roof. And now for the other side, same thing here. And there we have the stone brick trim. We're gonna go up with logs like two blocks like so. We're gonna have spruce stairs here at the bottom, little window frame, and frame up the window like so. You're gonna go ahead and trim the top of this. So we're gonna go ahead with some stairs here. Upside down, and then instead of going like this, that's a little bit too tall in my opinion. We're just gonna smooth it out with a slab there, and we're pretty much only doing it at the front. We're not gonna extend it all the way back here or anything. Let's go ahead and do the same. Whoops. And there we are. So you should have something like this. It looks pretty nice from the side, if I do say so myself. Tell you what, let's fill in the main body of the roof first, and then we can build upon that, because this is a little bit taller than the main roof. So you can go ahead and fill it in. I'm gonna do a mismatch here. You can either do it like all one wood first and then mismatch it, or mix match it while you're just doing it, if that makes any sense. Or you can just keep it all one wood type. I used to do this a lot more than I do. It's kind of like a rustic, weird rundown style, right? But decided to bring it back. At the top here, we're going to be doing full blocks. So you can just do a mix of slabs, I guess. Full block slabs, as long as it's the full block part of the slab there. And you're not going to go past this log. And then on the other side, do the same. Boom, look at that. All right, this has an extra block. And then for this, you can already see how this is going to be working together. And we'll just fill in the rest here. Yeah, we did it at the right block. I was doubting myself for a sec. We're going to have a full block here, actually, believe it or not, even though it might seem like you're not supposed to have one there. You are. Here, we will top it off with slabs. Actually, I'm going to do trapdoors because that is kind of the perfect height in my opinion. It's not higher than the trim here. Then we'll fill in the other side in the same style. Boom, look at that, guys. That is the upper part of our roof almost done. You guys got debated. We're gonna be doing fences here. That's alternating fence gate, and do the same on the other side. Oh, we forgot to do a full block here. I know you guys are probably calling me out for it. There we go. So the reason we have the full block, you can probably see it just connects a little smoother rather than having an awkward transition into the stair. It's not really flush this way. You have a nice flush connection, and you have the extra detail that the fence brings. Look at that, guys. Look at this side view. I know it's the detailing is not done yet, but look at this, guys. Look at that view. Next up, we will continue with the details. We're going to be filling in any empty air blocks here with bricks. Throughout the whole build, you can probably see I'm just hiding little brick accents. It's sort of a way for me to subtly incorporate them into the build without kind of overpowering the build whatsoever. Usually we have like a brick fireplace, chimney and whatnot, but I actually wanted to incorporate some into the build today, which I think worked out pretty nicely. And speaking of the chimney, we're actually going to go ahead and do that now. So go ahead and grab your brick pieces, mainly the stairs and the full blocks, but just center it up with this block here, dig all the way up, and we're just gonna make a pillar going just about here. You don't want it too tall. On the sides, we're gonna be going 2, and then a stair like that on either side. And then for a little extra support, we have something like this. Stair, full block stair and 2 stairs down the sides. Nice little supported chimney, and then we can put slabs on the sides. I think stairs is a little too much. Yeah, we will just do some slabs here, and then have some brick pieces scattered here on the ground as well. That's kind of just like a little detail I like to include. Very nice. At the very top here, we're gonna go with our usual campfire design here. Pretty much the meta for any 1x1 chimney, or not 1x1, but 1 wide chimney. That's kind of the look. It looks really nice with the smoke. And there you have it for the chimney. I think, yeah, that's the block we want. It looks a little bit stubby, but it's more of a furnace, like a big heating unit for smelting, right? Because it's a storage house. It's a big heating unit and cooker rather than like a little fireplace. So it's a little more stubby. Alrighty, guys. Next up is our favorite segment, of course, at least my favorite, which are the details. The details really just bring this house to life. It's a little bit dry right now. It looks good, right? But it's passable right now, but you really want those details. That's what brings it together. So we finally get to fill in this horrendous gap that's been bothering us. We got upside down stairs, we got a trapdoor, and then we bring it all the way down with the trapdoors like so. And you pretty much get that really nice, cozy wood entrance. Anyways, I gotta stop rambling. We have some stone bricks and fences set there to give it that grand look. And we're actually going to be doing that all around the houses here, which is placing down stone brick stairs here at the bottoms to give it a little more stability. It is an industrial building after all, for storage and whatnot. So along with that, we're going to be doing a nice little trick that I do in almost all my rustic medieval builds now, which is a simple trapdoor arch with 3 trapdoors like that. You could do something similar here. It doesn't actually work here because it's just lining like that, right? In place of that, we have another solution, which is just slab trapdoor. And then we go for the arch on top of that. Look at that, guys. That's detailception. That's 2 layers of detail, guys. So we'll repeat that over on this side. Of course, right now it looks a little bit top heavy, so to balance that out, we're gonna have I guess you would call it a table. It's really like a little placement deck thing out front, and you get just a really nice field of depth on this entire front. And now to join this up even more intimately, we're gonna break the bottom half of the slab here in place of an upside down stair, and we're gonna be doing that with all of these. Skip the middle one, so flip these, flip this, this, and then these 2 here. Yeah, we already have that one, and that shouldn't mess anything else up either. And you may have already seen, but we have some extra air blocks here that we need to fill in. So go ahead and grab your strip log. Yeah, you can do it slanted or horizontal. Wait, that's the same thing. Vertical or horizontal doesn't make a huge difference. We'll repeat that on the other side in a sec. But here we have some nice little flower beds. So it's not really something you'd expect on an industrial build, but it is sort of in the style of a medieval rustic home. So, and then along the top here, we're going to be going with upside down stairs with a trapdoor in the middle, just to round it out. You don't have these harsh corners. Boom, there we go. We're gonna leave this one blank because shout out to you guys that came out on stream, but I did change this live on stream to some barrels instead of flower bed, just to break up the symmetry. We have a flower bed on this side, and then we're gonna change it up on the other side. There we go. Of course, this side we have the chimney, so no flower beds, but we are going to fill this top half the same. There we have it. Oh, and I almost forgot, guys. Another trapdoor arch. There we go. Let's do the barrels though. Have just a pile of messy barrels going on here. Just a little bit of detail and extra storage as well. It's also functional. So you can just have them laying whatever way you want, really. Something like that I think works. Have some extra slabs and junk laying on top of it. And to round it out, we'll also have flour. Nice. Flour like that. Preferably a white flour because it contrasts the brown very, very nicely. And speaking of contrast, let's add flowers all into our flower beds here. So don't spam every type of flower. I find that doesn't look nice. Since most of this build is kind of gray and drag and brown, really spice it up by adding some whitish flowers. White, orange, you know, mostly white, orange, red, and try not to repeat too many as well, but let's do red. But if you can't already tell, my 2 favorites are these 2 right here. These 2 are so nice. Yeah, look at that. And then that's all the flower beds we have. We can go ahead and add some additional flowers here on the little tables out front. And I'll actually offset this by 1. And we'll do our 2 favorites. Yeah, look at that. You can't tell right now, but let's go to night. Look how dark this thing is. The only thing that's lighting it up is the chimney, which it shouldn't be, but we will hang some lanterns here. We'll hang one right here in the middle and along the sides underneath these underneath the roof overhangs. So you should have something like that. It's not overdoing it. I think I almost overdid it on that house back there. It's a lot of lanterns. Here we're gonna be hanging them along the sides here. 1, 2. Here we'll just do the same as the front. Have the 3 like that. And here we will hang them on the sides as well. One final thing that I like to go through is add even just a little more green, because what I found, especially with my Italian build, oh, you can't see it, my Italian house build, is that leaves look phenomenal next to bricks, like leaves and vines and whatnot. And of course, since this is a industrial build after all, some vines really just show the deterioration and the old age of the build. So I mean, don't go overboard. String also helps to control the growth. Thank you to Chubchi on my stream. He actually told me about that. I kind of knew that was a trick before, but I never really implemented it that much, so thank you once again. Let's go ahead and we can even break the corners, some of the corner stairs in place of leaves, so we'll do that here as well. Nice, but don't go overboard with this, but especially this wall. This wall will definitely need some. You can mix and match a little bit of leaf and vinage. And for whatever reason, I didn't. Yeah, I think it would look good if we kept with this circular pattern here. There we go. Yeah, I like that. We'll keep it there and then limit the barrels a little bit like that. Yeah. One final detail I almost forgot to add here is just some supporting wood pieces right under this overhang log portion, and you just want to go ahead and do your standard trapdoor slab that we had over in the front here, just like this. Guys, we forgot 2 trapdoors. That's all we forgot. Okay, that makes me feel better. Okay, now in the interest of time here, guys, I'm just gonna show you a rough idea of what I had for the interior and not actually build it along with you, just because that'd take way too long. But pretty much on the side with the fireplace, we have more brick supporting our 3 unique furnaces here and an extra array of furnaces for your bulk smelting. Here is our main array of chests. This is where the bulk of your items are gonna be. You can sort them into wood, stone, you know, mob drops, food, whatever you like. I usually just tend to slap some item frames on there and Bob's your uncle. But here we got some variation with the barrels and other utilities such as an ender chest. If you get to that stage, you got your anvil and your grindstone. Got some crafting here built into the wall. I always have trouble finding out what to do in these little nudges, so you can really just put any other utility in here. But then coming upstairs, I utilized a ladder to get to the attic space, which is actually quite plentiful. So you could actually slap a bed down here. I never thought of that, but that would be something nice to have if you want to live up here or just have it as a secondary bed. You can have more storage, more utilities, and anything you really want in this nice attic space. But yeah, that's just the general little interior that I came up with in just under 5 minutes. So if you're interested, you can copy this design, but I do encourage you to sort of formulate your own and see what works for you. Also forgot to mention we have some neat cross beams here, giving it a more, you know, cozy and intimate feel. Let's take one final fly around the house here, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, a like would be very much appreciated. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more content from me. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for today. I'll catch you all in the next video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. See y'all next time. Peace out. Goodbye.